And this is my favourite story this morning, the Star's headline. Who's a pretty potty-mouthed boy, then, reporting that several parrots that swear at visitors to a wildlife park in Skegness. Well, staff are trying to deal with the problem. They took the naughty parrots, the sweary parrots, out.
What, the parrots are saying swears?
Yeah, swearing parrots, yeah. They took the bad boys out, they put them in a separate cage, sort of, I think for several years, but they're now slowly reintroducing them to the main flock, hoping they'll behave themselves. What could possibly go wrong?
Who's been teaching them the naughty
words? Well, they're all now going to be
to
swearing. By the end of the week, the whole flock are going to be swearing, aren't
Who? Yeah. Now, if you go for a day out to the zoo, you probably don't expect to hear any bad language, especially from the animals themselves.
But Lincolnshire Wildlife Park near Skegness has become known for its swearing parrots. And now 3 more. Eric, Captain and Sheila have started squawking expletives. It's catching, Sal.
Why is Sheila such a great name for a parrot? It's funny. Anyway, Steve Nichols works at the park and joins us now, I'm quite nervous to say, along with some of the parrots. Morning to you, Steve. Great to talk to you. Just explain to us...
Good morning, guys.
The background to this challenge you've been having there.
Well, first of all, I'll tell you, this is the closest I dare get. I did get a little closer to start the interview, but the language started too quick, so I moved a little away so that you can't actually hear it. So I thought, just to keep us on air, I'll just move far enough away.
OK.
But basically, in 2020, during COVID, we took about 8 or 9 African greys in. 3 of them was no problem, but 5 of them we noticed had quite a bad language problem. So we isolated them just for a few weeks because as we reopened, we were afraid that the children may hear some swearing words. And we thought we'll just give them a little time to settle in. And they did settle in and they did go out there. Unfortunately, they did start swearing, but we found that the people weren't really that bothered about it. So we thought that's OK. We will mix them with a group of birds where hopefully they'll learn the birds' language rather than the human language. And it worked quite successfully up until last Friday, when we just finished a new enclosure, which is the one behind me. And we had 3 more birds come in, which was Eric, Captain and Sheila. And the language was just so bad that we decided to move those all together. And this is where they're living now. And believe me, I can actually hear them, but you can't. And you would be took off air straight away if you could hear what's coming behind me now.
I mean, I really want to know what the words are, but obviously we can't say what the words are. Can you, without saying the words and getting us all into trouble, give us a kind of... Are we talking kind of things that they've picked up from hearing the guests, your visitors, saying, or...?
Not really, no. What happens is...
Is it you, Steve? Have they copied you?
And this is a good thing. It's definitely not me, no. But African greys are... It's really good because whoever teaches them, that's the voice that they have. So basically, if a gentleman teaches them, then they have a gentleman's voice. If a lady teaches them, so when people come and say, my parrot's swearing, but it's nothing to do with me, and then it swears in a lady's voice, we know exactly who it is that's done it. So we know it's not our guys. And the words they say, if you imagine hitting your thumb with a hammer, that word that follows straight away from there, that's what they say quite often to us when we're walking past them.
OK,
and then every other... anything you can think about, that's what they will say. So
here's the multi-million-dollar question. Whose voice are they saying it in? Do you know?
You know, it's such a sad thing, but 99% of them are men's voices. It is certainly, we know who the culprits are, definitely.
And so you're going to have to treat them again. What's the plan? How are you going to deal with it this time? Do you get them out again? Another bad parrot's cage?
No, the plan is this time this is what we're hoping for. We have, there's 100 birds sat behind me. 92 of them are renowned for not swearing. 8 of them are renowned for swearing. And we're hoping that we end up with 100 that's renowned for not swearing and not 100 that actually pick up all their voices. Because it probably will turn into a little working men's club otherwise.
Oh, I love it. And I want to come down and visit, which is probably the idea all along, isn't it, Steve? Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, guys.
Cheers.
I love the fact that Eric, Captain and Sheila have been all in parrot jail. Maybe they've been a bad influence on each other.
So that means Sheila has got a male voice when she swears.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. I can't continue. Right, it's 8:52.